Is Skate pay to win? Well, as we know, none of the cosmetics have a gameplay or competitive advantage, nor any secret tricks that come with them. They just unfortunately look better. However, there is an advantage while grinding rip score, and that's what we're going to be talking about in today's video. If you guys want to see more Skate content on the channel, make sure you guys leave a like and also subscribe. And without further ado, let's just get right into it. So the item shop has always been a sore spot for the Skate community, even since before the game came out. I'm convinced if this game didn't have an item shop, it would get half as much hate. However, with Skate being a free-to-play game, EA/Full Circle needs to make their money. Let's touch over the earnable loot in the game. Most of the boxes are filled with the most basic clothing imaginable, like default skater clothes in Skate 1, 2, and 3. Occasionally, there's a branded item in the boxes, but it's pretty scarce and in between. But at least the skateboards, trucks, grips, grip pattern, and wheels are actually not bad. The rest of the rewards are pretty standard: pictures, banners, object dropper items, etc. So as much as it's not pay to win, the clothing and the items throughout the item shop are significantly better. Even in my last video, I had a bunch of people ask me how or what box I got these pants out of. I always answer, unfortunately, the item shop. I am a part of the problem. But when it comes to rip score, Skate is seemingly pay to win, but it really just depends on your perspective. Rip score is a collection score, meaning each item you unlock gives you rip score. You can only earn so many rips through daily challenges, therefore only opening so many boxes, in turn being capped on how much rip score you can earn per day. The reason this matters is there's an achievement in Skate that requires you to get 11,000 rip score, and this achievement is the rarest achievement in the game right now. Because at least when I'm uploading this video, I'm almost positive it is impossible to have reached 11,000 rip score without spending money. To make this clear, you absolutely can reach 11,000 rip score. It will just take a lot longer than if you were spending money in the item shop, getting items, therefore getting rip score. And there's already people who have reached 11,000 rip score through spending money in the item shop. So pretty much the only way to obtain the rarest achievement in Skate right now is to spend money. As someone who is a completionist, I really want to 100% Skate's achievements. And the only way I can do that for now is to buy items out of the item shop for rip score. Otherwise, it'll be a month or so before I can reach 11,000 rip score. To be fair, I got this game like 2 weeks early, so I had a huge head start. But if anything, that's kind of proving my point farther. I'm still very far off of 11,000 rip score. I'm at like 6,500 rip score. And to be fair, I did miss numerous days. If I'm a normal person who works a full-time job, it's bound to happen. But I think even if I had all of these days that I did miss, I'd only be like 1.5 thousand closer to 11,000 rip score. It's like maybe 8,000 if I was lucky, which is still 3,000 rip score off of 11,000 rip score. But you also got to think about the people spending the money in the item shop. These people buying stuff out of the item shop can only buy so many things out of the item shop per day. There's only so many items in the item shop. So it's not like spending money in the item shop gives you 11,000 rep score instantly. It'll still take you numerous days on top of everything. It's just that doing it this way provides a lot more opportunity to get rip score. You're buying items, therefore unlocking the items, therefore getting rip score. And also, I've heard people spending upwards to $300 to reach this 11,000 rep score early. I did some calculations, some guesstimating with my buddy Nick. They're very close to 1,000 subscribers, so if you guys could go subscribe to them, that'd be very, very appreciated. Makes amazing skate content and actually calls themselves the Skate Archiver. So go check out their channel. They have a bunch of amazing videos. But we were guesstimating that it would take about 4 to 6 weeks organically of doing daily challenges every day in co-op to reach 11,000 rip score. Now, for a lot of people, this game's only been out for about 5 to 6 days, not even hitting that 1 week mark yet. For a lot of other people like myself, I had the preview access, so I could get a lot further organically, and I'm still not at 11,000 rip score, even with that 2-week buffer. Like I said, I missed days, but my buddy Nick hasn't. My buddy Nick has done daily challenges every day in co-op to get his rip score, and so far they're at 8,400 rip score. And I think Nick has even spent a little bit of money in the item shop. So even if you got the game early and have played every daily challenges every single day in co-op to get as much rip score and rips as possible, you will really only still be at like 8,500, which isn't too far off of 11,000, but at least in this current day and age, it's impossible to reach 11,000 rip score unless you spend money. And if you're buying everything out of the item shop to get rips every single day, me and my friend Nick guesstimated it'd probably take about 2 weeks to reach 11,000 rip score, which is a lot faster, like 2 to 3 times faster. Now in like a week or two, everyone who's been playing a little bit early should be reaching 11,000 rip score, and then everybody who got the game 5 days ago is probably gonna be a while. But we were looking at it, and when people first started hitting 11,000 rip score, people were only at like 7,000 rip score organically. So there's like a 4,000 rip score difference in spending money compared to not spending money. You could be 4,000 rips ahead of everybody, plus the money you could spend in the future if you continue to do this. And that did bring up another very interesting topic. We have leaderboards coming out in one of these seasonal updates very soon, and it's assumed on these leaderboards there would be a rip score leaderboard. And it brings in the question, in turn, will the leaderboards be pay to win? Like, will everybody at the top of the leaderboards just be racing to buy everything out of the item shop every single day? Or is there like a cap out on rip score? What happens after you buy all of the boxes out of all the neighborhood boxes? How do you get the battle pass currency? What? It's important to remember that this game is very early and in early access. Everything I'm saying here is bound to change, but at least seemingly in Skate, rip score is pay to win. So does this make Skate pay to win? I feel like in the rip score grind aspect, yes. However, once everyone reaches 11,000 rip score here in a few months, who knows if this video will even matter? But then it brings up the question, like, if rip score leaderboards are a thing, are the top people on the leaderboard just going to be people who buy everything out of the item shop every single day? So I'm very interested to see y'all's opinions in the comments down below. I feel like this is really kind of a this or that. Like I said, I feel like here in a few weeks, maybe a month, it won't matter as much when more people have 11,000 rip score. But then it pushes further into other conversations like what happens with rip leaderboards, assuming that is a thing. To be clear, I think if you're going to spend money on this game to reach 11,000 rip score, like, absolutely fair enough. Ain't no hate in the grind. Fair enough, brother. EA in Full Circle just originally said that this game would not be pay to win, which in every other facet, like I said, it's not. But if this were to make it somewhere as far as leaderboards, honestly, I feel like if anything, that would be pay to win. So do you guys think this is pay to win? Let me know in the comments down below. So pretty much people are spending money to get more rip score, which really isn't doing anything for anyone right now except getting them this achievement. However, I've had a lot of people question if 11,000 rip score is even possible because of how far they are off of this achievement. So a lot of people are trying to 100% this game's achievements. It is possible to hit 11,000 rip score organically, just takes time. The reason people have 11,000 rip score this early is because they're spending money on the game. And does that make it pay to win? I'm gonna be very interested to see how far rip score goes, because I just feel like it's such a drastic difference. Like if somehow you went on a week vacation and your buddy stayed home and did dailies every single day in co-op and even bought some stuff out of the item shop, and he continued to do such, he'd just be thousands of rip score ahead of you for the rest of y'all's lives. So I just think this whole conversation over rip score is very interesting, and I hope y'all think the same as well. Hope you guys are enjoying the Skate content, and have yourself a beautiful day.